What's up? This is Ryan with Planet Cheapskate. In this video, we're going to cover step by step the absolute fastest way to get clear to close on your home loan. This video is my dominus opus when it comes to getting your home loan clear to close the quickest. If you take notes and follow these steps, there is no reason you should not get your home clear to close in 20 days or less. In fact, I use these same techniques to get my borrowers' loans closed in 20, 19, sometimes as fast as 17 days. Now be sure to also stick around to the very end of this video for a valuable clear to close based loan hack that will teach you an insider secret to shaving off at least 3 days from your loan process, possibly more. But first, I'd just like to take a very brief moment to personally invite you to subscribe and join our community. I do a home loan rate update every Friday going into the weekend, along with a new video every Thursday, helping you manage through the world of credit, real estate, and home loans. Also, be sure to hit that little bell whenever you do subscribe, and it will alert you whenever I release fresh content. Now, with all that out of the way, let's dive right in. Getting through the home loan process and getting your clear to close fastest can be very easy if you save this video, take notes, and follow along step by step through each stage of the process. Now, getting the quickest clear to close actually begins before your loan is even submitted. It starts when you're completing your loan application. Now, loan officers and realtors are as scared and spookable as deer at the beginning of the real estate process. You see, helping folks like you is their livelihood, and they don't want to piss you off or upset you by being too pushy or assertive. So when your loan officer is first having you complete your loan application, they will be very laissez-faire when it comes to your loan application, which just means they will tell you to just estimate. They will tell you to just answer as best as you can and complete it as best as you can. Now, on a normal 30 to 45 day loan process, that may be the case, but when it comes to closing fast, I'm here to tell you that's BS. They are being super nice and not trying to stress you out. So here's the truth, because you don't care about being stressed out, you care about getting to the closing table in under 20 days. And to get that, you gotta be a task ninja. You gotta be about it. You gotta be able to get things done yesterday, not today or tomorrow. Now, the first thing when it comes to completing your loan application is when it comes to your employment dates. You need to be as accurate as possible to the month and year at the very least. You also need to be exact as possible when it comes to your income. Do not automatically include any commission, bonus, or overtime until you discuss it with your loan officer. More than likely, you will need to show continuation of this income and a 2-year history of receiving this additional income before it can even count towards your qualifying income. Just include your base for now. Now, the next thing to be super exact about is how much you have in the bank to go towards your funds to close, which is made up of your down payment and your closing costs. I'd say these 3 categories are the source of 80% of the non-appraisal problems when it comes to your loan being delayed. So get them tight from the beginning and you'll be way better off. One last thing here on your employment contact phone number, you want to put the phone number to, if possible, one of your supervisors that you get along great with that has access to your employment and payroll records. The next thing to do, even before you find a home and make an offer, is right after you complete your application and get pre-approved, create a folder on your computer or make an actual physical folder if you're a boomer or not too tech savvy. Just teasing on the boomer statement, by the way. I love baby boomers. My parents are baby boomers, and I have to say your generation is some of the hardest working and most skill savvy out of any I've seen. I understand you never grew up with an Apple Macintosh in your classroom playing Oregon Trail all day, so computers are a little tricky. But no worries, you can do this with an actual physical folder as well. So in this folder, you are going to place the following documents. 1. Copies of the driver's license or IDs for anyone who's going on the home loan. 2. Copies of the Social Security cards for anyone going on the home loan. 3. Copies of the last 2 years' W-2s, 1099s, SSI award letters, or any other sort of tax declaration documents for each borrower. 4. The last 2 months' bank statements from any account you plan on using for funds to close or that you've transferred funds to or from those accounts. You will need all pages, even the blank ones, and you need an actual PDF or Word document statement, not screenshots. If you don't get these in the mail, you may have to request them from your bank in person. 5. You will need copies of the last 30 days of your employment pay stubs for all borrowers. Now, if you are doing a VA loan, let me first say thank you for your service, and second, let me add here that you will also need, in addition to what I've mentioned earlier, your DD 214, or a statement of service from your commanding officer. If you're getting a USDA loan, you will need copies of your tax documents or tax transcripts from the IRS. Now, once you have this folder, it is important that until you are under contract, that you update the folder anytime you get a new pay stub or bank statement issued. Put the updates in the folder. Now, once your offer is accepted, you are going to turn that full folder over to your loan officer. But first, you need to do something. I like to call it the secret sauce. If you do this, your loan processor is going to send you love letters, and your loan is headed for absolute warp drive. So here it is. Before you turn over your bank statements, go through the deposits and the withdrawals. If you see anything that is over 1% of your loan amount, not purchase price, if you see anything over 1%, then write a little description on a post-it note of what it is and where it came from. That'll help your loan processor out tremendously. This will save them tons of time and many fine lines and wrinkles, and they may just buy you flowers. So, now once your offer is accepted, I'm talking the first day, you need to order your home inspection. Find a home inspector who can address and note any issues that may come up on the appraisal, and get those fixed ASAP. Also, the same day your offer is accepted, make sure your loan officer gets the fully signed contract and begins working on your documents that day. Ask them if they can have your documents ready to sign that same day. Once the documents are ready, get them reviewed and signed ASAP. The final thing you need to make sure of on this first day of your offer being accepted is that your loan officer has your bank card information to order your appraisal ASAP. The next day after you sign, follow up with your loan officer and assure they have submitted your loan. Ask them to order your appraisal ASAP. So the appraisal system works on an auction process. There is a third party called an AMC, or appraisal management company. This company puts out a bid for, let's say, $550. If no appraiser picks this up, then they may increase the bid by $50 to $100 every few days until an appraiser picks it up. So a bit of a hack here, but it does cost a bit to do. Ask your loan officer to put an extra $200 rush fee on top of the base appraisal amount. Ask them to call once your appraisal is ordered. When they call, ask for the name and phone number of the AMC they used. After you know the appraisal has been ordered, call and get your homeowner's insurance set up. Review the quote, possibly compare it with a couple others, and then choose one that same day. You can always switch it down the road whenever they bump up your rate. Don't worry. Once you choose the quote you like, have the agent email the documents over to your loan processor that same day. Also the same day, call your loan processor and let them know to expect the homeowner's insurance details that day. Ask them if they've ordered title/attorney services. They should have. If they haven't, let them know to do it now. And if they have, ask them for the name and phone number of the company doing the closing and title work. The next day, call up the title attorney company and ask them if there is any way they can expedite your order, as you need to close super fast or you'll be homeless, which is technically not a lie. Now remember, when we had you use the phone number of your super cool supervisor at work, now you need to go speak with this person and let them know that your lender may be calling them. And you would really, really appreciate if they worked with the lender instead of sending them to HR or the third-party verification service. Let them know HR and third-party companies always screw people's loans up and are slow as hell. Let them know that they may call or email them for information, and there is no risk to them to provide the information that your lender needs. Once you have to talk with your supervisor, call your loan processor and double check that they have the supervisor's phone number and email to contact. Also ask them to call once you are conditionally approved. Now, I should have stated this earlier in the video, but rather late than never. From the beginning of the loan process all the way to the end, you need to be watching your email inbox like a hawk for anything from the lender, your loan officer, or loan processor. Anything they need, get it to them the same day or as soon as possible. If they ask you to sign something, review it and sign it the same day. By delaying something even maybe one day, you could potentially push your loan back 1 week because multiple eyes have to look at whatever was requested. Once you get the call that you've been conditionally approved, ask the processor what they need from you and get it to them the same day. The next thing you need to be watching out for is your CD, better known as your closing disclosure. Once you see it in your email inbox, get it reviewed and signed ASAP. Don't worry if the numbers you see on it are a little off, as they're not final and they typically are a little bit higher than the accurate final balance CD at the end. 2 weeks out from your closing, follow up with your realtor, loan officer, and loan processor to see if they need anything and that everything is on track. If you follow the steps on this video guide, then you should be on track for an early close, or at the very least, if there were some surprises that popped up, an on-time close. On the day before closing, call the title or attorney's office and get your final cash to close numbers. Now, savvy realtor or loan officers sometimes will make sure that you know this without calling the office, but if not, then just call the title and attorney's office. The closing funds can be wired or paid via certified check. If the funds you bring are a little higher, then they can issue you a refund check, or if you didn't bring quite enough, most of the time you can pay up to around $500 via personal check. Be sure to bring your driver's license or ID to the closing, and finally, at the closing or after, if you are happy with the professional service you received from your realtor or lender, then agree to take closing photos and give reviews and testimonials on social media on their behalf, as this is a huge help for them. 97% of home buyers begin their search for services online. So as promised, an amazing loan hack that will help you qualify and receive what is called an early CD. This will allow you to not be forced to wait the standard 3 days at the end of your loan process when the CD is typically sent out. The way to do this involves being proactive and getting 3 documents for your loan processor. The first document you need to get for them is your homeowner's insurance documents right away. Next, you need to contact the AMC Appraisal Management Company for a copy of your appraisal receipt and invoice. If they mention that it hasn't been finalized, just request what they currently are showing, as your bank card has been charged already. Finally, you need to have your title documentation completed and submitted to the lender. Now, not all lenders allow the early CD, so this is why it's very important to work with a broker who can maximize your options and find a lender who will do the early CD. This can speed up your loan process tremendously and shave off, at the very least, 3 days. So there you have it, everything you need to know step by step about how to get clear to close the fastest, along with an amazing loan hack that will save you, at the very least, 3 days on getting to the closing table. Please leave a comment below if I missed anything or you have a question. I'd love to hear from you. And listen, if you gained value or knowledge from this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button so more people just like you can see this info. And if you liked this video, I'd like to invite you to watch one of my other videos. Over here, I explain and hack every major home loan program. And over here, YouTube has determined that you may enjoy this video. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, best of luck.